So thank you very much, Graeme, to join us today. Graeme is with World Bank, and he has a long an experience in mining and infrastructure industry. And now he's responsible not only for Mongolia but whole Asian region for the industry. And I just would like to have his, extensive opinion about, growth potentiality of the mining industry in Mongolia.
Okay. Well, clearly Mongolia has tremendous growth potential, and I think that eventually this potential will be realized. I have to say that at the moment there are a number of issues which can delay the development of this potential. And a lot of these issues actually are around infrastructure here in Mongolia. The coal mining development of a large scale will not take place until there are suitable rail systems in place, suitable energy resources, and the development of water resources. Now, all of these sort of utilities and infrastructure services are still not yet developed, and they will take some time to develop. And the development of these is currently constrained many times by government policy and the way in which government wishes to maintain ownership of these rather than allow the private sector to get involved in infrastructure development. So these are issues which are still there, but clearly the growth potential here is extremely large. We have very, very large and high quality natural resources, mineral resources here, and which will ultimately get developed and contribute to economic growth in Mongolia.
And I believe that last year government signed investment agreement with Ivanhoe Mines, and that this has been encouraging quite a lot to foreign investors to look at the Mongolian market. And now the Taban Tolgoi argument is being discussed. So, how do you see the foreign investors' behavior to Mongolia? Do you think that they are still positive to invest into Mongolia?
Certainly on the large-scale projects, I don't see any problem. What I have seen as a result of changes in government policy over the last few years there has been a lot of disincentive for investors, certainly in the gold and copper sector, as a result of the windfall profits tax. But now that that's to be repealed, I'm hoping that we will see a resurgence in new investment in exploration and development in gold and copper. Certainly the coal industry has not suffered from that, and we have seen a lot of investments in coal, both foreign and domestic, and we have seen the same in iron ore, that primarily foreign investment, but quite substantial investments in iron ore development. So there is a mixed picture, but hopefully with the repeal of the windfall profits tax from the 1st of January next year, we will start to see more and more growth in these other sectors as well. So overall, I have to say that the investment picture at the moment is quite positive. Mongolia is reasonably attractive when it comes to its investment climate. It has been a little unstable, which I think has scared some investors off, but I see a lot of motivation within government to stabilize the system, and I think the OT investment agreement has been a large part of that process of stabilization.
Okay, thank you very much, Graeme. And we, Frontier Securities, are also very much appreciated to keep in touch with you and to get also your advice. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah.